Hi guys, this is MegaDragonoid playing Wright, Ace Attorney. Well, it's basically the trilogy, but minor details. If you like the content so far, just feel free to leave a follow or subscribe. It's up to your choice. Do what we can. You can also see me playing on Twitch by going to TV/MegaDragonoid. Normally I'm doing this playthrough with me alone with Justin. So we have normally kind of flip that around. We added
Now
another
there's three
person.
people.
Indeed. We got 3. 1, not 2, 3. So yeah.
Sira, you want to introduce yourself?
Hello
Oh, she's not
guys,
here.
my name is Sira.
Hola, tasty. Yeah, we're continuing from the case where we're busy with. Oh. Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you telling us the truth? Looks like I'm underestimating you all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Ashworth.
Hmm?
It was Justin's
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago. You were only half as decent than you are today. You have to be. Officer Marshall, tell us the core what you did, all of it. All right. Seems that time has. Okay, well, yes, I have to.
Testimony.
1. I had to do it all that day. I couldn't stand by and let it die. Told the detective ID and just like him. Planned to take out the evidence. Wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. Managed to escape. I knew which areas you shouldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence at scene.
So he was the person that knocked Meekins out.
So the supposed victim was. Bro?
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own. Yes, he is the donor. Way too much blood for a small donation. Okay, so what I read here, I have to press on all his things. You said it, you. Do you need to do anything else, partner? Fine.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I had anything to do with it. Accident is not over, or not.
The incident is not over.
I know, I made a little bit more fun. What did you hope to accomplish thinking into the evidence? When a case is closed, only the case leading detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. Care what one says, partner. That case is mine. Marshall wasn't in charge of it. Care much about it. Today was my final chance. That's what I ought. Why do you disguise yourself as detective? I didn't make it look like it. Goodman was carrying it out the evidence. I had been arrested for dealing with evidence which Couldn't be me anywhere.
So you did it to fool the security camera.
Detective ID card. I stole that at the morning of the answer. That's why it's good trying to fill out item. I will return this ID card. Left it or in the prosecutor's office parking lot. Card I found was left by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because the rubber glove happened to be stuck in the door. Human must have opened the lock for Officer Marshall. Pulled on a knife on Officer Meekins tried to drive him off. Just to say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence no matter than 5 minutes. Didn't think anyone would actually come in time. Meekins surely is one in a million type of person. Taking a detective
Yeah, you
for
can
an
say that.
yeah. Taking a detective for an intruder and demanding on his idea.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
That's where. Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I'm cutting him slightly. Sorry, I had to turn it, knocking him out. And by the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? So you knocked off Officer Meekins out and... So you did research beforehand. Those who gather into the desert unprepared won't live long, partner. Didn't think I will be making a difference though that your tape raised every 6 hours is all gone as planned. What it should be left.
However, so good. You bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins.
Someone was in the security room when I came out. The chick should be up. I opened my locker and stashed it in. Officer during that time. Else, he was sleeping like a baby. You're saying that day. But the blood found at the security scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What? Are you blind? The victim shown on the tape is me and not on that partner. Bro.
So you stole the evidence from the locker?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the locker, evidence was already... What? Edward, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor.
In the locker was... Someone else stole the... Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Why are we, partner? It's a free country. Remember, I'm also free to decide whatever or not to answer. Why did you... Detective ID injured a police officer. This is no small offense. Be honest, I agree to according to the George Floyd accident as well, to be honest.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
That salary cuts never is valid solution. Like I said, this is your case. This one is. Do anything it takes to get an answer. I'm satisfied with it. As usual, amount of skill. Let's hear more. Okay, so. Okay. Percent. That one. That one. Objection! Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the L9 next. Not like you've been drinking too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SLX file here. Name Marshall is mentioned in list of the murder victims. Neil Marshall, you're ready to do this, man.
Neil Marshall?
Yeah, sure you have heard 2 years ago. He received the same lousy producer award you got. What? Prosecutor. Talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Bro?
Now I remember Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. Killed. Case fell in your hand. What is relation to you? Was my brother.
Oh, of
Damn.
course.
That hurts. That hurts. Ask for respect, brother. Ask for respect.
Yeah, same.
Respect. That's why he is wearing his hat.
Yeah. Respect for him. He was investigating the murder on
Damon Gant, the deputy chief of police.
Deputy.
Group of detectives I was part of working on. I'm desperate on prosecuting the killer. Go, Drake.
Dark.
Oh, brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. All we need. Was arranged and it parted. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public reports. Brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. He knew my brother better than anyone. The one had been beating him in a fight.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
There's more my brother death than records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for sure. Now we know what happened to the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguised himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence. Officer Meekins confronted him and rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
If one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot B1.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Wait, her verdict wasn't yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
seems to me this boy got the draw on you, partner.
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. I rest my case.
His boy. Order, order!
Seems this trial has reached a room.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
No doubt what I proved today is true. Apparently murder on the security camera. Really didn't realize. But I had no proof. I'm not guilty. Now then, time to the verdict arrives. This court finds the defendant.
Oh, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor! Wait!
Emma.
The defense has an objection. Scientific objection. What?
You mean right? This girl's guardian. Honor, sense.
Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please, hear me out. Mr. Atwood, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
Wow, he's being nice.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dork killings.
And she's names of both Skye's sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. They left only one thing the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
No fingerprints were found on it.
No, but I figured if I examined its scientificity, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So, did you find something?
No.
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much at scientific investigation after all.
At all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
Wait, if she didn't find anything at all, that means that was a faked handprint.
Probably. I'm just a...
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy! Time's up. Then, right, regarding the incident at the police department, any reasonable of the rain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
Yeah.
Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry. I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be.
This ends my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. Never needed to concentrate. It's now. What's wrong with it? Detective Gumshoe. There's something I'm missing. Objection! Handprint left on the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You have been storing pretty independently at the floor plan. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at the floor plan. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something has been drawn on here?
Yes, something that went wrong. It changed the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defendant isn't trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. All this here. Gotta be something I... Question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
The badger!
Yep.
It would have to be in the floor plans, right?
Yeah. That's not there. And it is there. The video. If we carefully look at it again... There's the tape. If we look... Badger's right in front of it.
Yep. So it's not possible for someone to leave a blood print there unless they put that guy there at the same time.
Yeah, and why was that hand the entire time there?
Behind.
What about a piece of plywood? Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of
Proof.
Explain yourself, Wright.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. Blue Badger is not he. Oh, what partner? What happens when we put in? This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime.
Dancing.
Well, well, what?
Hmm?
That's right. As long as the Blue Badger is dancing,
No. Impossible.
it'd be impossible to place a hair mark on this spot locker. What? What do you say, partner? That means is what exactly does that mean? Means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces are indelible found on the locker. Look at me, I didn't put it there. Alright, so now she's next to us. Hiya, girl!
Mr. Wright, think it truth.
Yeah, I know, big words.
Scientifically.
Scientifically. Oh my god.
Emma.
Oh, that afternoon. Officer Meekins was the one who brought a blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
That means blood mark.
It was Officer Meekins.
Was left before the Blue Badger was brought in.
All that.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. May sound far-fetched, Your Honor. It's not the only. It's the only possible explanation. February 21. The police department evidence room. Blood was spilled not once, but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Jenkins cut his hand from the heavy amount of blood fell. Problem is, other time. Led period to the struggle shown on this tape had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
Murder portrayed in the security tape was proven to be fake. However, doesn't explain the blood mark was found on the locker.
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
Did the first spirit. Summarizing the defense claims that prior to the Officer Meekins being cut by Big Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, that accident took place in the evidence room. That's right, one marking on the locker proves it. Very well, tell us. When did the first accident occurred as Miss Edgeworth was said? Proof must be presented. That shows when the murder took place. One piece of evidence that can show that. Now then, will the defendant please present the evidence? Show when the first crime took place. It's still missing one person.
With the 7777777.
Yep, that one.
But who would that have been?
Good question. Crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer shouldn't have to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card should be required. ID card. Oh, ID card record. Officer Mega has brought the blue badge or panel in the evidence room at C4:50 p.m. Crime took place before that time. It should be 4. Ah! Oh! Miles Edgeworth, what have you done? You'll never figure out if I had the nerve, boy.
Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I'm not understand either.
It's clear from a luminal test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
Means the blood from the first crime was wiped away. Real murder.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That should mean crime must have taken place before Miles Edgeworth. Evidence room. To look at the card again. Only one other ID card number remaining. 7777777. How much sevens do you want?
7 times 7.
Indeed. Talking about a lucky number. 8. Since could the gunman have entered the evidence room? There was no record of his card being beforehand. Must be entered along with the murderer. Yeah, we'll be having trouble with that word.
Plausible.
Plausible.
That's the only possible explanation. And went in with 7777777. Okay, right. Please look at this ASAP. Find out who's the ID number is with 777777777.
That's one. Bro.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay, it's okay. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that card. At least, at present.
What? Explain yourself, Sonny.
The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher.
Oh God.
Can it be that it is actually the head of the police force?
It might be.
Orange dude.
Someone who is a so-called executive officer? We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
But that's ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge failed against, execution is accepted. Official charge. You are like with your cover up and your orgies. That shows how the prosecutor's office operate.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Slander is it? Okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes?
No, not to you. Her. Defendant sitting over there. A little executive.
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 7777777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. Not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that accident.
Incident.
Answer me this, prosecutor. This trial 2 years ago. Did we really only use one evidence?
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Personality. We felt in the powerlessness of the law. At least I did. Lana! I became the persecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Bennett, what are you saying? I will ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, you really presented all the evidence in the court. You look at me in that crime, and you say that you did. Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
why won't you answer him?
Dramatic crimes require dramatic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved fortune evidence. Silence in the corner.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
No! No!
Order, 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 order!
The chaos in the courtroom could not be recalled like the judicial trail.
I'm not doing anything! I have nothing else to controller!
To be continued. do, 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 do.
Do, do, do.
Well, at
Oh.
least we're getting further.
There is.
Episode 6.
So there we go. Time to find out what all happened.
February 24, 3:12 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Dramatic crimes require dramatic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Like everything about these of me.
Lana wanted Drake confided too badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall when he murdered Officer Marshall's brother. He left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
What did you have to do with these killings, Emma?
One of the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was the only trying to save me. Yes. I was a witness in that Joe Dark trail.
That one. Time to talk this out with her.
Happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of a year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone with my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. But suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark.
That was actually mine, but
Yeah. It seemed like he was running from somebody. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Marshall's.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. Before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then,
What happened?
I never forget it. Lightning struck and the light went out suddenly. A bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for the instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
Able to testify about that.
No, I was the only one asking about when I was attacked. That was by Lana, when she made up the crime.
Hence,
The producer's office wanted the guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Atwood used it. Yes, but I'm sure I don't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it's all started. The rumors about Mr. Atwood, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
Have no. He was involved with a falsifier.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today.
Able to face up. Did. Not to act.
What did you... Oh,
That
Wait.
was mine. See in the incident of Primacure.
Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife.
That right in front.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently, I passed out. When I came to, Lana was crawling me in her arms.
Am I using?
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
Just very tenable.
Once it's all over, I made up my mind. I decided that I was grow up, I become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence that make the artist case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
I finally signed on the kick. Bothers me. Something that puzzles me, Emma. Hello?
Sira?
What is it?
That you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
That's right.
Why then should serial killer come running in? Only that, why did he face by the problem?
There's no mystery there. Joe Dog have been taking in questioning that day.
By the
Of course, this happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
why did he run off the office?
Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Silly, didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force.
What? That's news to me.
After that Joe Dark case, she was transferred into the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Could have talked with her. Well, that's one. There. 3,
24, detention center visitors room. Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Falsified evidence? Think you were.
Criminals don't mind playing fall. Why would we? But Lana, if you won, the incident person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risk. Oh?
About how you were a detective too. How the SL9 accident was
That's right.
really about change of job.
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
A lot of relations covered. Well, the fact that the case wasn't connected to the other one.
Evidence from the case was stolen as well. If I expected as much. I know how absent Officer Marshall can be. That trail, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believe that no matter what happened, you always stick to the truth. I couldn't be helped, Emma. On that trail 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
All the drama aside, the fact that matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the
Tell me it's not true, Lana. Was what the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana! I don't understand! Why would you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
so fast.
It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all of the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. The Bernie chief of the police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filled.
How you're just happened.
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes. So you could use that experience in the court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of the police, and I arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
I should ask patient years ago.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detective's investigation dog.
Friend, right?
Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dog was a serial killer. We asked him to come for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place.
Tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of that crime was me.
How you
Damon Gond and Neil Marshall were the only ones questioning Dog that day. The investigation was its just final stage and Dog must have certainly panicked. So he waited until Gand and Marshall let the guards down and fled the room. From there, he went straight to the office shared by the Deputy Chief Gand and myself. That's where he found me. So you were... Wait.
Fine. You were the first person to run to the scene.
It appears so. I was filling some papers while Gan and Marshall were questioning Dog. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies in the floor and smelled blood. Prosecutor Marshall,
That's
the
my
victim.
next name. Marshall, the victim, had been passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck the final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred the minor concussion that lay unconsciousness.
Ew.
To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. After that, I placed Dog under immediately arrest.
Get this. All involved.
That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm?
Come by. No way everyone involved in this trial was involved in it by chance.
Oh!
One person went to the extremes because they didn't believe it was.
Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of the case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
Case might.
Huh? Yes, in the office as Dom and Gand and I shared. The office was Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office.
Yeah, there. I'm going to quickly certain stuff and make some food.
Okay. February 24th, Police Department entrance.
Back again.
Welcome back.
Howdy, Bambino.
Sira. You still there?
Yes, you got called away. You can take over if you want a bit.
I don't think I can do the voice justice, but
I'm
you know.
here.
Oh, she's
I'm
back.
here.
She's back.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
Never thought things turned up this way when I woke up this morning. Cause I see you, Sarah. You never know when life leads you. Hey, Bambino. Should have known my luck had run out. The old Billy dried out this morning.
Billy?
In his pet cactus. Hey, where are you headed? Goes over to the prosecutor office for a little interrogation. A voluntarily appearance. We all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go evidence room today, partner.
But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why did the prosecutor head west? If ever there's was a case, I need to know the truth about it. Was that one? Bring yourself in, Mr. Mark. Would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Like I won't be getting take lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the evidence detected thought so. What do you mean fishy? Something the facts reported were in coincidence with the evidence found. For example, the murder weapon. Murder weapon? Mean which blade knife? Broken tip? That was Joe Drake's a dark after all. But in Angel Parsi, the question was raised. Question?
A question?
The blade of the knife was not perfectly matched with one of the victims painted. Does that mean? It means there was a good chance that the knife wasn't a murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Facts had been dealt with the forged evidence. The case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was the one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made a detective when he went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he? Your brother?
He was 27 at the time. You were awarded the highest honor for that very day. I mean the king of prosecutors, indeed, partner. I knew it. Why are you looking at me for that? It's an honor for a prosecutor. Marshall, I'm really close to his brother.
The day that the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. It was this link that morning that the nightfall of that can't believe 2 years has gone by already. Tried to steal the evidence the case they couldn't die. Finally someone tried to stop you. Woman was murdered. The evidence locker was empty.
God.
There was something going on behind the scenes in this case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in the investigations, save one, taken care of. Star was fired and I was demoted, boxed away in a tiny room. About Detective Goodman. They did something to him too. The commissioner should have get suspicious. They were careful enough not to be too obvious.
Who are you talking about?
Look at how upset, Babino. I mean, Demon Grant, Lana Skye. Investigator lead, Demon Grant, and his second in command, Lana Skye. There was a person on the force who hadn't heard of the case was the biggest step in both their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Demon Grant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. Never been the same since left. Everyone who knew her said so. The prosecutor Skye is totally different from when she was a detective. Something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Babina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. All started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? Really enlightened. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. The boy Edward isn't my enemy. He was the one who was used falsified evidence to get guilty for. Someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Grant. Believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I don't even. You're a patrolman after today. And I won't be around to work with you.
When you become a real sign...
That was actually my line. When you become a real scientific investigator, you know. Adios, Bambino. You have to go here, apparently. February 24. Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Place is always pretty empty. Today, it's deserted.
That must mean everybody's busy solving crimes.
Oh.
Justin!
I think this is yours. It's the chief, Damon Grant.
Oh, yeah,
The
okay.
purple parrot guy.
Yeah, okay. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us.
With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial, there's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
I think festivity is a word, and usually use for those.
Sir, we like to have a look around the Chief Grant's office.
Oh, it's just the chief. Oh, damn. I was thinking it was Chief Gant. Oops, wrong one.
That's okay.
Yeah, might have to change his voice, I guess.
I was silent for quite some time because it was just basically you and Sira for a while there, so
I know.
yeah.
I think you have to change his voice a bit because I know now it's actually just the chief, not Chief Gant.
What one?
Okay. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Wait, you mean is it okay of us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits.
Aw.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe get his unique charm.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let's head to the chief office.
We're still going. What a dicks we are.
Ooh.
Wow, that's some
February
office you got
24th,
there.
Police Department Chief's office.
Yeah.
Just look at this. Look at the picture. Left.
Yeah, I see it. It's the tree. Legit, the tree.
The Frio.
Gant,
The crème à la crème.
Marshall, and Skye. Wow, where am I?
In the chief office, silly. At least that's what it says on the door.
I got a pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in the kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Buck.
I was a genius until they tried teaching me.
I never could remember where C was. Hmm?
Oh, that's Gant. That's Gant. Now we have him. Ah! Well, he come out of nowhere.
Oh, come
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant. What did that paper was he reading on his desk?
So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I'm quite kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement.
Statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? Oh, there he
2
goes
years.
again.
Boing, boing, boing.
Doing,
Doing, doing,
doing.
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies.
I went actually too fast. Oh yeah, I actually went good.
See that big picture on the wall over there?
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier.
How hard is that one to see?
Oh, wait a second! That shield has a knife on it! But the one they gave to Edgeworth didn't.
Hey! You're right! It's missing!
That. That knife is the murder weapon.
Probably it is.
I reckon it's got to be the only answer I can think of. Why would it be missing?
Yeah, but bro.
Oh, sorry. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
This is Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Things not right with this picture. Can't
I saw it first,
seem
Phoenix.
to be putting my finger on it though.
Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh! Office was seen 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case was long since been over. There's no need to investigate anymore.
All the same, we still have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
5. Looks like we weren't welcome.
Just got pushed out. In that case, isn't over yet after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Grant denied our request to search the crime scene. Means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there.
You mean like a clue?
Gotta be a way we can get inside this. Must be. You have to go back in.
24, police station, criminal affairs, debt.
Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm taking out briefer. My feet hurt. Sitting too long? Actually, I'm serving everyone coffee. Like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, everyone either of you see me at work? No, why do you ask? It's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. There are almost battles between you two in court. Sounds serious.
That's because of my sister said.
That's basically what it all boils down to. Unfalsified evidence 2 years ago. How much Edward has to the whole world after his blood.
Yikes.
But why should Edgeworth be blamed? Not like he knew the evidence was forged. This guy was guilty party here, isn't he? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they send in court. Not only that, as you know, there have been rumors going around about Edward. His dad as a prosecutor to keep him safe from those who didn't like him. Now with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him?
in our world, only those who, with the talent rise to the top. Edward not only has that, he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Dick. Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir.
Dick.
Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. Gotta take me back to the joint some time. Okay, Dick? Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all the pressure, worried that it just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. Being concerned about Bradford. Well, did you find anything? Only evidence Drake left behind was during the final attack. Final attack? You mean he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl?
Me.
Seems like Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left, the most incredible evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Well, let's see. I think it had something to do with a murder weapon. Oh, I forgot. Like, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? Hours of recollecting never fails to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
Yeah, but before that, we will take a break and we will see you all next week, everybody. If you like what we do here, feel free to leave a subscribe or a follow. You can also go to Twitch. I have said it before in this video, so easy to go back to the start and you will see where I stream. So have a nice day, have a nice week, and see you next time. Peace!
Peace.
Bye.